As a kid, you were really into manga cartoons, but because of its violent content, your parents saw some real cause for concern. As a father now yourself, do you think that they had a right to worry?
Yes, I think so. I myself am careful about any excessive violent expressions in video games. But when I was a child, my parents worried about me reading too many comic books. I'm not sure that they knew the full extent of the comics I was reading. That's when I was young, but obviously I know about the content of video games that are out today, so I do worry about my children. I think it's natural for parents to do so.
When you think about violent computer games, I guess the first thing that springs to mind these days is Grand Theft Auto. It's very, very graphic in content. It's also been blamed for inciting real-life crimes, but it's extremely popular also among gamers. Why has Nintendo never gone down that very lucrative road?
そうですね。僕らは人を楽しませるっていうのにはいろんな方法があるって思いますから、任天堂は
I think there's a variety of ways to entertain people. Nintendo has many ways of entertaining people without the use of violent expression, so I don't have to worry in making such games.
それと僕自身はですね、バイオレンスをどう扱うかということじゃなくて、任天堂全体
My personal thought is, and I think it's the same with Nintendo, that before thinking about how to handle violence in video games, I think it's important to think about pain people feel. For example, you wouldn't laugh at people with disabilities. There are bullying problems in Japan. Looking at the overall picture, it's important to understand and feel the pain that people might have. We make our games based on that philosophy, using means other than violence. But we also have to take a careful approach, even in the circumstances when we're not portraying direct violence. I think it's always important to give children a product with a careful approach.
間違ってないものをちゃんと届けることが非常に大事かと思ってますね。
It's interesting that you say that because the same company that distributed Grand Theft Auto is now putting out a new game called Bully, which is getting a lot of attention. It's obviously about children beating each other up in school. Because of the press that it's getting, it's no doubt going to be very popular as well. Is this not what gamers want, though? They seem to be buying it.
難しいですね。じゃあ僕はごめんなさい。そのゲーム自体のことを知らなかったので申し訳ないんですけども。
I must apologize, as I don't know about that game. But I don't think I have a right to criticize what other people are making.
とにかく違う人たちが作ってるものなんで、僕はその作ってるものをとやかく言う資格はないっていうふうに思うんですけども、やっぱり。
However, when you think about whether it's all right to do anything to please people, I don't think I would want to be involved in making such games. I want to make fun games, something unique to my own style.
思わないですし、やっぱりもっと、僕自身にしかできない面白いものを作っていきたい。
You know, gamers are very fond of saying what's on their mind about the latest games, and they certainly do like to blog. Do you listen to their views?
これはね、難しい話で。
This is a difficult subject. If a fan makes a suggestion, I'll often put it in my mind and I'll take in whatever comment I feel is useful. But I make my own predictions of how a user might react to the games I create, and I would say I am sensitive to whether those reactions are in line with what I predicted.
ずれてるか合ってるかってことに関してはすごく僕敏感に反応するんですよ。けどそれ以外のいろんなことを言われるというのはこれはもう人は
People generally have different views and opinions about anything. So I would only listen to whatever information is useful for me. It's interesting to hear what other people say, but instead of reading the blogs, I would rather stand behind a person playing the games and sense how the player is reacting to the game, whether he's unhappy with the games or he's having fun. I can feel all of that directly.
感じてるとか、すごく喜んでる、いろんなことが全部伝わってくるんですね。それはもうその人に書いてもらうよりも自分自身
It's more useful for me to do that than to read what he thinks of it.
The last thing I want to ask you is, What's the secret to getting into the design side of this business and lasting at it as you have? Because I guess that, you know, a fair amount of being a big kid at heart would really come into it.
何なんでしょうね。
I wonder what it is.
やっぱりお客さんがいるっていう手応えですよね。
I think it's important for me to think about the fact that there's always someone playing the games that I make. I always think about how to surprise them next, what to surprise them with. It's also probably a good idea to keep working with younger generations.
ずっと一緒に仕事をしてるっていうことかもわかりませんね。
Mr. Miyamoto, it's been a great pleasure. Many thanks indeed.
ありがとうございました。
And that brings us to the end of our show. My guest today has been Nintendo's game design genius, Shigeru Miyamoto. I'm Anjali Rao. See you next time.
Continuously making